Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here. Welcome to Palette Promenade. Today, y'all, I want to go into this palette from Sugar Drizzle. It's called Bunny Love. And technically it's still spring, even though it feels like summer's already here. But we have to wait for the actual date. So I want to use this palette while it's still spring. And so anyway, these warm colors are calling out to me. This brown and these purpley pinks and this one right here for the lid. I think it would be really pretty. And I did my complexion products and my brows and my eyeshadow primer and everything, but I haven't done blush or highlighter. I was saving that for the palette, and so I'm going to use those things today as well. So I swatched these earlier, and oh my gosh, I'm in love. So anyway, this brown right here is pretty pigmented. So I think for my actual transition color, I'm going to go into this light colored matte right here and get started with it. So anyway, I'm going to do a fun look today. And I'm just all into this whole like warm bronzy vibe that's going on right now. But I want to add a couple of purpley kind of colors to the look to amp it up. And that way it's not just brown. Anyway, brown is good, but I just want more than a little bit of brown today. So, you know, that's showing up, even though you think it might not. It's not dark by any means, but it is a nice, warm, peachy kind of color. Goes with my complexion really nice. Okay, now I'm going to switch brushes here. I'm going to grab this one from Lorella, and I'm going to go into that brown, and I'm going to show you just how beautiful it is. Look at that. And I just tap my brush into the pan ever so slightly, like 2 or 3 times. And there's quite a bit of like pink in this. It's a really nice warm brown. So I just want to run this through the crease, the upper crease. And just get that going. Anyway, I've been wanting to film this all day. I had some other things I had to do first. You know how it is. You got to get your ducks in a row. And so anyway, it's afternoon now, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the afternoon sun is, you know, over there. So that's why you can, you know, there's a shadow here on this side of my face. And I like to film in the mornings, or, you know, at least by noon or so. And that way the sun's pretty, you know, high up in the sky, you know, and just, it's a little bit more this way. And I can get better lighting. Plus the day gets away from me if I wait. But anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Savannah. Sunny, warm, it's in the 80s. Air conditioner's running full blast. And it definitely feels like summer. So, but anyway, this look right here is definitely going to be a summer look. So, okay, let me switch brushes again. And I'm going to use this one from Melange that I've been using with purples and pinks. And let me go into, let's see, which one was it? This purple one or this pink one? Look at those two colors. Both of them are just absolutely gorgeous. The purple one is more of like a topper color. And then we have this purple one here, which is absolutely stunning. So there we go. So I think I'm going to stay away from that bright pink because it is the last look I did was really bright pink for Palette Promenade, and so that's, you know, pretty stark. So I'm going to use the two purples that are here in the palette, this one and this one. So let me start with the darker one. It's called Wildflower, and I'm just going to put it right on top of that brown. And just let that have a moment all to itself right there in the crease. It's a beautiful shimmer, and it layers really nicely on top of this matte. And you know, I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think I've got that much from Sugar Drizzle as far as eyeshadows go. But anyway, I got this in an Ice Cream Beauty box, and it's beautiful. And I like how convenient it is because of the blush and the highlighter that's also in the palette. And that dark brown, you probably could use it as a bronzer even. Although I used a liquid bronzer today from Physicians Formula. Oh yeah, that's purple enough for me. Okay, let's swap brushes again. I'm going to use the flat brush right now, and I'm going to go into that let's see here. I'm going to go into this one shade. What was it called? Willow. And then we have another one called Bunny. There's Willow and Bunny right there on my wrist. I think I'm going to go into the lightest one called Willow, and it's right here in the palette. And then we can put that pretty little shimmery purple in the middle. So anyway, I'm going to put this right here. And right here. This is a really pretty color right here. There's not any glitter in it. Some of these other shades have like little particles of glitter. But this one right here has better staying power because there is no glitter. Okay, now with that same brush, I'm just going to go into this light purple shade called Thump. And we're going to put that right in the middle. That is so pretty. Get to pack it on pretty good. Because it is light. It could be, this shade right here could be used as like a topper shade as well. Let me see what I can do with my finger. Sometimes they stay on better if you apply it with your finger. Or you get a better pop, better payoff. Okay, I like that a lot better. Okay, let me wipe my fingers off. And I gotta decide what to do with the lower lash line. But anyway, I think I'm gonna put on mascara and all that first before I fool with all that. But anyway, I'm gonna wipe this brush off and keep it handy. And I'm gonna go into this blush. So let me grab a blush brush. Now there's two shades of blush here. And one of them's called Whiskers and the other one is Hippity Hop. And I'm going to go into Whiskers because it's more, I don't know, fair skin friendly. This is super pretty. I like all the names in this palette. They go with little rabbits. The whole rabbit thing. So that's pretty pigmented. Just that bit of blush there. And the sun's going behind a cloud. Oh well. We've got, it's kind of like getting on towards like the late afternoon. Not late, it's a little after 4 right now. But anyway, we're going to blush it up today. A little bit here on my chin. Okay, now I'm going to do the highlighter. This highlighter, it's white. And the top surface part of it has quite a bit of, let me put it right here in the front. It's really soft. It feels finely milled like silk. Look at that shine. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to be careful with this. Look at that. I think I might have enough on this brush for both cheeks. It's that shiny, y'all. Look at my nose. I barely put any on. Holy moly, will you look at that? That is such a stunning highlighter. We're going to have to use some of this in the inner corner as well. Okay, I'm going to come back. We're going to finish up those little details, the inner corner highlight, and then underneath the lash line. But I'm going to put on mascara, and then when I come back, we'll finish up the details, and we'll do lips together. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I finished the eye look, and I've sprayed everything down that I did on my cheeks and all that, and now I'm ready to work underneath the lash line and do this inner corner highlight. These shadows are so pretty, and it's hard to choose which one I want to go in with for underneath the eyes. And so anyway, I think I'm going to go into this Wildflower, that really pretty purple, and see what happens. And I'm using a Lorella, it's like a pencil brush. And let's just see what happens here. And if I don't like it, I can always buff it out with, you know, the light brown color or something. But the shimmer is stunning. It's hard to get away from it. Let me put a little bit more. Smoke it out just a little bit. Right here. That really makes those blue eyes pop. If you want to make your eye color pop, try to use a shade that's close to the opposite side of the color wheel than your eye color. For instance, green eyes and blue eyes, we can wear these warm purples really, really well. Where with brown eyes, you know, if you choose a blue, that's really going to make those brown eyes pop. But berry tones will make blue eyes pop. And even though this isn't technically a berry tone, it's, you know, close to that side of the color wheel. So it doesn't have to be exactly opposite, but just, you know, close to it. And I think yellows look good on brown eyes also. Okay, now let's do that inner corner highlight. And let me wipe this brush off because I want to use it. And I'm going to use that white that's in the palette. I just... Stunning, 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 stunning. And we're just going to pop it right there. I don't want to cover up that peach color, but I want to get something for the, you know, that around the tear duct. Pop. And I'm not adding any to the brush because this is such a pigmented shade. And I want a little bit of a highlight, but I don't want to go ham with it. I'm going to stick to... Well, maybe a little more. We say we're going to stay light with it. Then we always add more. Okay, that's good. All right, now with that same shade, we're just going to do a teeny weeny little bit right here at the arch of the brow. Just a teeny weeny little bit. Teeny weeny. You know what teeny weeny means? It means the tiniest little bit. And then I'm just going to use that brush to blend it out. Just a teeny weeny little bit. And I'm not going to add any more highlighter to the eyes. Okay, that is the eye look. I'm very pleased with the way that this turned out. This palette is stunning. There's a couple of, there's a gold and like a wildflower type yellow, and then that green. And so, you know, if you could pair those that green and those yellows together, you know, and maybe even share this little pop of purple that I used, which has a blue shift to it. You know, you could get like a bluish green with, you know, yellow underneath it. That would be really pretty on somebody that has brown eyes. Okay. But for those of us that have the blue eyes, we need to stick to like the warmer purples, you know, and that hot pink. I need to use that hot pink. And oh my gosh, this right here looks so pigmented. I'm scared to use it. But anyway, that's for the brave. That's for the brave. Okay, now let's do lips. I was digging through my stuff and I came across this lip liner from Lovecraft Beauty. And it has like a lip pencil. A brush. On the other end. So I thought I'd use this as a lip liner today. And then I just pop like a pink nude with this. And just keep the lip look kind of simple. So I'm going to fill the lips in. And then I'm going to use the brush. Let me put the cap on. I don't want to lose the cap. And I want to add a little more color to this, but let me brush this out. Looks like I got something already in the brush. Okay, let me put a little bit more pigment with this. Let me go into, let's see, I'm kind of scared of some of these. We have, this is kind of pretty. This is a lip gloss. Let's just put this lip gloss on. Oh yeah. This is from Bella. It looks darker in the tube than it does on the lips. Okay, now with the brush, I'm just going to perfect it. Very pretty. All right, I'm going to wipe this brush off so that it'll be clean for the next time. Sometimes I forget to do that. Put this over here with my lip liners. Very pretty. I got too many brushes in this. Let me set it down. I have to come back to it. I really like this look. Okay, I've already sprayed my face down. And so this is the finished look. So you have to let me know what you think. So today, let me wipe away the ones I didn't use. And I can show you the color story that I did use. Okay, there's the color story. And of course, the brown is not there on my hand. But I can swatch it for you so you can see. Actually, there were two. There's Meadow and then Burrow. So we've got Meadow and then Burrow. Meadow and Burrow right there. So that's the color story I used today. And then, of course, the highlighter, which is like, oh my gosh, Tin Man Shiny. That is such a stunning highlighter. Whoever produced that formula deserves a 10 out of 10. But anyway, once you blend it out and then spray it down, it just, look at that sheen. Such a gorgeous sheen. Okay, y'all, give me a thumbs up on the video, please, if you enjoyed this makeup look. This palette is a fun one. Ice Cream Beauty, y'all. They send out the best palettes. Lots of pretty stuff. So anyway, all right. Thanks for all the YouTube love. I say thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your attention. Appreciate all the interaction. I love y'all so much. Come to my Sunday night live streams and interact with me live there. We have a really good time, a really nice group of ladies that shows up all the time, and we're always looking to embrace new people. So we welcome you to come. You just have to be subscribed. That's the only requirement. All right, y'all, that's it from me today. God bless you today is my prayer, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.